Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Vickie with VJ Designs. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how I make bags. You can make your own bags out of digitals, scrapbook paper, maybe scrapbook paper that you don't really care for. I mean, I like this, but this is actually a scrap. So maybe you've made these before, maybe you haven't, but you just start out with a piece big enough so that when it's folded, you're going to have a bag that's big enough to put something in. This one's going to be fairly small, and this is roughly 8 inches by 8 inch. It's just short of 8-inch square. Okay, so what you want to do is turn it over and you fold it. And you take the other side and you just go over the middle. Okay. I went over about a 1/2 inch. Some of them you might want to go over more, some less, but that's about a 1/2 inch. Okay, and then the bottom, you want to fold up. This is about a 1/2 inch. You want to fold that up, crease it. Top, you want to fold down maybe a little bit more, about 3/4 of an inch. However you want to do this. You don't even have to fold it. You could just cut it straight across, but this one will fold. So then you open, okay, and what you want to do is you want to cut out these pieces on the sides, on the bottom. So I go in slightly at an angle, go up to where it intersects, and then you go here and you cut just above that crease line. Otherwise, that fold line's gonna interfere. Sorry. Shaking, it's hard for me to cut. And hold it still. All right, I might cut this part out after I show you how to do this. So let's go up to the center. Okay, so when you fold this, you're going to glue it up here, and then you're going to glue this piece up like that. Okay, so now on the top, see, how did I do this? I think on the top, what you want to do is get rid of the middle section. So you don't really have to angle it. It's been a while since I've made these, but oh yeah, what you want to do is we're cutting out the middle section, so you want to angle this part. Okay. We'll just hope that this turns out okay. If it doesn't, we have a way to remedy it. Okay? And I think I'm going to use my other scissors. Okay, so we'll just cut just below that crease line. Cut that off. Okay? Okay, so this part up here, see how it's off, but that's okay. You're not going to worry about that too much because we're going to be cutting that with some decorative scissors. So let's close this and glue it. And I didn't get my glue primed out here. So in case you haven't seen my tip, this is not my tip. I learned this at Paper Ganza, a paper crafting weekend that I went to. You take a little jar or container, put a paper towel. Mommy Lala used, she took this tip and she took the wet wipes and put down on the bottom. And that's a great idea too. If you don't have water on hand or whatever. This particular jar I got has a little lid to it. So you put the lid on top and it'll keep this moist in there longer. But anyway, you prime your glue, take the pin out and you turn it upside down like that, the duration of your crafting time, and it will not clog up on you. It will save you lots of aggravation, lots of time trying to find your pin, you know, unclog it, whatever. This is great. So now that I have that primed, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down the edge. So I'm going to put glue on this edge and on this side, right on the edge. Okay? And then you just glue it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue the bottom flap up. It's kind of like a coin envelope, I guess. It's you know, similar to little bags you might buy. Okay, so there's your bag, and what I do is take a decorative edge scissors. I'm going to use this decal edge scissors and cut straight across, as straight as I can. Okay, and there you have cute little bag. You could put this, you could put goodies in here and send it for Happy Mail. You could put it in your journals. That's normally what I do with mine. I'll make a bag and put it in my journals. And yeah. Now, if you didn't want this white showing, you could put a piece of paper down in there, cover that, and then cut it. Or you could just leave it, like I said, without cutting anything up here, and just cut the whole thing straight across like that, which I've done before. Maybe we'll do that on the next one. So this paper I cut from a, this was the last piece out of a paper pad that I had. Somebody gave me, actually. I really liked it. She had used some of the pieces out of it and gave me the rest, and I've used all of it. So with this one, it was a border page, and it's kind of hard to know sometimes what to do with those. So I am going to lose some of this border down here. I mean, we could make it so that this is the top. Why don't we do that? Because sometimes, you know, flowers hang like that. So we'll just do that. So let's just fold it over. I'll make a small seam on this one. So then we'll fold it up here. Again, you want to cut just above the seam, and okay, so we'll go ahead and glue this down. A little bit on this edge. Glue the flap up. Okay, now that is a cute little bag, and so I think what I'll do is use these scissors I usually use for cutting out like your faux stamps and stuff, but it's kind of like pinking shears. I don't know. I need to get some pinking shears, but I'm going to just cut a very small part off of this edge up here. And of course I didn't cut straight. Why would I do that? Okay. Well, you can cut a lot straighter than I can, okay? Maybe. Okay, well, there it is. It's not exactly straight. Looks like it has a little dip in the middle, but that's okay. Gives it character, right? So there's our second little bag. And I think that's adorable, and that'll be really cute in a journal. And you don't have to glue it down. Like this one's really cute on the back too. So you could just put it in a pocket. Put a tag in it, or a journal card, or a piece of paper folded up in there. How cute. Okay, so the next one I want to show you is, this is like wrapping paper. This is vintage wrapping paper that I found at a thrift store, actually. This is a little wide. This is actually Christmas, but that's okay. And I'm not sure that I got this straight either. In fact, I know I didn't. Okay, we'll fold. This one's going to be a little wider, I think, which is fine. My journal pages are typically 5.5 inches across, and this bag is 4.5 inches wide, so this is perfect. And so then you fold up the bottom. And again, okay, there we go. So just fold that up like that. So let's get this glued down. Put glue down the edge here and here. The reason I do that is because it glues, make sure that it glues underneath, and it glues this part, so you don't have a flap underneath. It's going to catch on something. Okay. Get these out of my way. Okay, so there's the bag, and so I think what I'm going to do again is cut across the top of this bag. I'm going to use my decal scissors to do this. Okay. And there's another bag. And you can decorate these bags too. You can put stuff on them, and this would be pretty with a poinsettia flower on here or something. You can decorate them however you want to. Okay, so there's that one. Okay, I think we've done enough of those where you kind of get the idea. One more I'm going to do. This is out of packaging that we get in our Amazon, Walmart boxes, okay? And so I just cut down a piece, and we'll just fold it over, make a bag out of it. It really is too long. I don't need that much to fold over, so we'll just cut some of that off. The seam does not have to be in the middle. And obviously I didn't get this one in the middle. Okay. So then we fold up the bottom. Okay, so let's get this part glued down. Okay, so there. The glue on. I'm gonna have to clean this off again. Okay, this is a fairly tall bag, and my journals are usually 8.5 by 5.5, and this comes out to be, once I get the top cut off, it'll be like 7.25 inches tall, which is fine. I'll just have a tall tag in there. And I'll just cut it down a little. So this will make it about 7 inches. Okay, there's a basic brown paper bag. And lots of, this is a blank canvas for dressing up, butterflies, stickers, you name it. You could even put a pocket on the front of it. I won't make these on camera, but I had chosen 3 other let's see, where are we at time-wise here? Okay, maybe we have time to do one more. This one's going to be really cute. This is wrapping paper. And it just sits over in the corner here most of the time. Because I really don't wrap up I don't wrap packages normally. I buy bags. I like wrapping packages. I do every now and then, but I don't know. It just seems like most of the time I just buy a bag. More convenient. And I didn't really cut that straight. That's okay. Doesn't really matter. So, and then I think it's Rachel on Roxy's Creations. She always goes, it doesn't matter. I kind of learned that from her. It's like, yeah, it's not that big a deal. It really isn't. So, okay, so let's see. Maybe we can, that way it'll look a little straighter maybe. we'll glue this. This is such a cute bag, and you can use this pretty much with, I mean, so many colors, schemes. This would be really cute. Yeah, really cute in a rainbow theme bag, or any color, really. So I'm just going to cut across the top, straight as I can. Which again is questionable. Okay, there we go. There we have another bag. It's so cute. This could really be, you know, decorated up cute. Okay, so the other ideas I had, and I may do these off camera and show them at the end. This is a piece of scrapbook paper a friend of mine gave me. I probably won't use it in a journal. I don't know. I might. But if I make a bag out of it, I probably will for sure. And I could cut this in half and make 2 small bags, or just, you know, make one, or I could turn it this way, make a bag out of it. Then you can't really tell that it's maps if you do it that way. So yeah, that's another idea. This is a piece also that I would not use this in a journal, but I would use this. So you can turn it in, you know, make a bag this way. And it's perfect. Or, you know, I could cut this out and use it as a writing space in a journal. You can do that too. So anyway, here are the bags that I made, that we made together. And looks like it took about 25 minutes, and that's not bad. So there's 5 bags. 25 minutes for you would probably be sooner. So you could just whip right through these. And I kind of like the looks of this. If you had a piece that was double-sided and had, you know, a design on the inside, that would be kind of cool too. Or just being plain is okay too. But anyway, there it is. I hope this gives you some ideas. I hope you like this. Please press the like button if you did, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And please leave a comment. I always answer my comments. Sometimes it might be a little late, but I do answer them. Okay. Thank you guys for stopping by, hanging out with me, and you have a wonderful day. Bye.